I think in the area where this trial is taking place, obviously, you have a lot of Mormons. You have a lot of people that are into magical beliefs, and I'm not trying to be insulting, but that's just kind of what it is. Melanie, I think, kind of bridges that gap from the extreme of the Daybells into, I guess, kind of Mormonism, where where they're not. Everyone who looks at this trial, I mean, unless you're part of the Mormon religion, you're looking at it going, "This is insane. Like this is all really, really bizarre beliefs." But to many, some of those beliefs are not so far out there, but they're trying to highlight the ones that are not quite part of their doctrine, not quite part of the extreme, where so it kind of connects those with some people going, well, I kind of agree with that, or I kind of believe this or that. And it makes it, I think, a little more palatable, I guess, if someone is in that belief system.
Yeah, and frankly, I've got some boots in the ground in the courtroom there who happens to be a defense attorney, super bright woman, and she's been texting me, and she texted me yesterday that that motion that came up, that's regarding the prosecutor Wood, the male prosecutor, that he had had so many text communications with Melanie Gibb, like like leading up the trial, that it was a concern that the defense was going to try to call Wood, who's actively the lead prosecutor,
Hmm.
to testify. And but the point of that was is that she was saying that 96% of Rexburg, Idaho, which is where this all went down,
Hmm.
is LDS, Latter
Yeah.
Day Saints, which is
Yeah. Yeah. Mormon. Yep.
a subset of Mormonism,
Yeah.
and including the judge, including all the lawyers
Hmm.
aside from John Pryor, the defense attorney. So it's very, very much a part of their culture
Yeah.
there. And when Allison and I covered Lori's case on our podcast, you would be stunned at the amount of people that practicing LDS
Sure.
members were reaching out to us like, this is not what our
Yeah.
religion is.
No.
This
No.
is not like they have bastardized it, and this is like some bizarre form of it. I mean, there's some core tenets that they have used, but in terms of everything else, it's not what it is. So yeah, like that's why I found Lori's trial so fascinating, man, because it's such an entanglement of, people's First Amendment right to have their faith
Yeah.
of their choosing, and the government's not allowed to stand in the way of that. And in the criminal justice system, it's so entangled, man, that it's a fascinating trial to me. And you always worry about, the jurors even, are the jurors more traditional LDS members? What exception are they taking
Hmm.
to their faith being, completely torn apart by these two people who were, using, again, like, the 144,000 is
Hmm.
a thing that is part of Latter-day Saints and Joseph Smith's teachings. But like, as far as like the depths in which they went with
Yeah.
like the scale, and having to that the bodies are just vessels that have been taken over by dark spirits, and the only way that you can get rid of the dark spirits is to kill the vessel, because they're claiming like all of that stuff is nothing having to
Yeah.
do with LDS,
No,
so
no. I mean, it obviously got very bastardized by Lori and Chad and the small following that they had. What was your thoughts on the new piece of video that we saw this week that we had never seen in the past? We had never had a chance to see Chad in the patrol car talking with his daughter as they were going through his yard and his home. And there was that statement that was made of, I'm not coming back.
right.
Consciousness of guilt is what that screams to me. And it was interesting because we always have wondered how deep was Chad into these beliefs? Was he truly buying it the same way Lori was? That statement right there really just kind of shows me, no, he knows he got caught at doing something pretty off.
No question, man. That was interesting, and that was definitely something that we did not see in Laurie's trial, and I think it absolutely went to consciousness of guilt. And it went beyond that. It wasn't just like, like I don't plan on coming out, or, don't expect me to be coming out anytime soon. He's talking to her about making the mortgage payments.
Yeah.
I mean, he really he understands what's going on.
Hmm.
He knows that the jig is up. They're digging, and they're digging exactly where they need to be digging. They're searching. They're
Yeah.
searching. It's like he knew it was up. So that was in terms of consciousness of guilt, very powerful, very, very powerful evidence by the state.
Yeah, I mean, he was not like, oh my God, I have no idea why they're here. What are they doing? They're like, there's nothing in the house. I'm not coming
Right.
back. Like,
Right.
ooh, that was pretty strong right out of the gate. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to follow us wherever you download podcasts, and especially Apple Podcasts, where you can get advanced episode and premium content on our premium channel right there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any breaking updates on the stories that matter to you most. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Brueski, and you'll find us right there. Again, thanks for watching.